Let's have our seat. Thank you. Peace and unity.
Thank you very much.
It's been 3 days of intense session, lectures, and events. Day 1, day 2, day 3, and in front of our faces that you've been seeing since day 1. My name still remains Bellefool, and I believe from today you won't be seeing me on this stage anymore, right? And I also have my co-host beside me.
Yeah, my name is Muniba Odolame. Unlike him, who has a full-time job of being a host and MC, is just a side job for me. But I promise I'm an architect, a practicing one at that. But talking to people or hosting events, it seemed like it came naturally to me. But all the same, it's been 3 days of seriousness. So I've been begging him for the past 2 days that I have one joke to tell, just one.
Don't worry, you say it today. Please get ready, for that one joke. She has been keeping it for the past 2 weeks now. So today she will have the time to really say it. So I want you to, she has told me in private, and it's very funny. I laughed so much.
Don't do that now. What if it's not funny?
Just chill. You hear the joke very soon.
It's not funny. Okay, actually, what now stirred it up was, yesterday we had the ACOM president with us, and he spoke about being bold. It just reminded me of when I was in my first year. I graduated from the University of Lagos. In fact, one of my daddies is here. We'll introduce him later. In my year 1, funny enough, I was not an architecture student. It's strange, right? I was actually in medicine. But as a child, I told my parents I want to study architecture, and they said never. Because growing up back then was a time when you were either a doctor or a lawyer or an engineer. And I'm like, what's going on? Architects are this. They had all horrible stories about architects. But I was like, no, I don't believe it. I will get there. I will change it. I will make sure people know that, no, architecture is a profession to be proud of. So, but unfortunately for me, I had to actually, they forced my hand. I had to feel medicine, and I got in. After my first year, I looked at it, I said, I can't. So I really want to be an architect. Okay. I just went, I got up, I got to the Senate, I picked up a change of course form, filled it in, I went everywhere. Please trust me, at that time, I must have been really tiny. If you think I'm a little bit, I was like a little runt. The only person running to HOD's office, Dean's office, and I actually got all the forms signed. And today, I'm an architect. I studied architecture. I did the 6 years. I'm super happy that I'm an architect. And the truth is, architecture needs to be put forward. Advocacy is one of the things that is our major tasks as being part of the NIA Lagos State chapter. So I do hope that I have inspired some of the students here today. Architecture isn't something that we take lightly. It's a serious profession. So forget that. I'm trying to make you laugh here, but yes, it is. It is.
And because of her tiny nature back then, she won the award for the Studio Rat of the Year during her set. You understand what I'm saying?
All right, moving on very quickly. Let's get on to our things for today. We'll start by welcoming our esteemed guests, both here and online. One by one, we would recognize everybody.
All right, quickly, ladies and gentlemen, we want to recognize the presence of the former HGS and one-time chairman of NIA Lagos State Chapter. She is the convener of the Lagos Architects Forum since 2009. Please, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for architect Abimbola Ajayi. She's always looking young yearly. I don't know, Um, Mama, you're highly celebrated. We celebrate you. When you look at her, you see the youth in her.
Also, as you see, he just walked in. We have the honor of hosting the president of the Royal Institute of British Architects, Architect Muyiwa Oki. You're welcome.
You're very welcome. Also in our midst, ladies and gentlemen, we have the chief host for this event, the chairman NIA Lagos State Chapter, Architect David Majekodumi. Please, a round of applause. Also in our midst, ladies and gentlemen, we have the presence of the chairman NIA Lagos State Chapter Ikeja branch, Architect Ade Wahab.
You're welcome, sir.
Thank you so much for coming. And today's day 3 session chairman is our very own architect, Bolaji Soladoye, FNI. Please, a round of applause for our chairman for today.
Also remember, yesterday and the day before, we did tell you that we'll be celebrating two of our esteemed architects, two of us rather. With us present here at the moment, we have architect Biola Fayemi, FNIA. She's our celebrity architect for the year 2024. Please, ma'am. She is also the managing partner of GHK. That is one of the oldest architectural practices in Nigeria. Please, a round of applause for her again. We also have another celebrity architect. Once he comes in, we'll introduce him in the person of architect Theo Lawson, FNIA.
Also in our midst, ladies and gentlemen, we have our very own Professor Niyi Okedele. Thank you so much, sir. And also, it is my honor and privilege to recognize the presence of one of my lecturer who is here as well. I graduated from Yaba College of Technology 2017. He taught me building construction. And I can tell you throughout my years in Yaba College of Technology, it is always A and B. Building construction, I can dissect it. Trust me. Superstructure, structural foundation, roof, everything. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for one of the former senior lecturer in Yaba College of Technology, architect Adenekon. Please, a round of applause. You can see, he knows my matric number. If you ask him my matric number, he's going to tell you. I used to finish, in fact, I used to collect extra sheets on building construction. Wonderful course. All right.
Would also like to recognize one of our own as well, architect Dr. Fakolade. He's the HOD, Architecture Department, Anchor University. You're welcome, sir. Would also like to recognize the HOD, School of Architecture, Bells University, architect Dr. Alabi. You're welcome, ma'am. She's also here with her husband, architect Dr. Alabi, who's also the past HOD of the school.
Bells University, you are not clapping. Bells University, come on.
You guys, you just think you can collect alumni of University of Lagos all to yourselves. We're watching.
Also, we have students of architecture in the house. We have students from Caleb University. Caleb University, a round of applause for yourselves. And also we have Anchor University, Anchor. And we have Bells University. I think Bells is much today. Yaba College of Technology, are you here? On their behalf,
All right. We'd also like to warmly welcome and recognize the fellows of the institutes that are seated amongst us here today. We'd like to welcome architect Mrs. Dada Alamutu, FNIA. You're welcome, ma'am. We'd also like to warmly recognize and welcome architect Charles Matuka, FNIA. And in case we didn't mention, our chairman of session is also a fellow of the Institute, architect Sholadoye Bolaji. And to all our viewers online, one more fellow, I think I just spotted him. Please warmly welcome and say hello with me to architect Akintayo Adeoti, FNIA. So as we move along, as I see them when they come in, we would recognize them.
Okay, quickly, we'll be going to our very first product presentation by Urban Roots. Sit back, relax, and listen to what they have to say. Product presentation by Urban Roots. Please, a round of applause for them.
Before we have Urban Roots up very quickly, please, I was just told that we have another fellow in our midst, architect Tao Alamutu, FNI. You're welcome, sir. So we would have our first product presentation for today by Urban Roots. Please, a round of applause for them. They are one of our partners.
Good morning, everyone present. Standing on the existing protocol, my name is Chinonso Benjamin Ihabunakem, representing Urban Roots Plastics Nigeria Limited. Out of the drive to revolutionize the construction industry with sustainable materials in form of costs and environmental friendly materials, an innovative leader who happens to be one of your own architects, Abubakar Buka, decided to come up with a solution which bettered Urban Roots today. So, what is Urban Roots? Urban Roots is actually a material made of PVC based components, and it comes in a dimension of 2.4 by 1.2 by 18 mm. It is grade B fire retardant and totally recyclable. So, what can you use our product for? So, Urban Roots is a material that is also water resistant, is highly durable, and it's very strong, tough, and highly formidable strengths. Now, you can apply Urban Roots boards in aesthetic designs, interiors, and for exterior uses. You can use our material for furnitures, for concrete formwork. And now, that brings us to a very, very critical benefits of using our board. It gives you 20 times, a minimum of 20 times reusability factor for everyone present here. You know, the construction industry is faced with challenges of using marine board, which sometimes, doesn't give you, in fact, up to 4 times reuse. So, but urban roots is here as an alternative to that. By applying urban root plastic board in concrete construction, you are guaranteed of having high reusability and saving a lot of costs. Not only are you saving costs, definitely urban root is highly recyclable. We offer buyback in form of material, so we can retrieve already used boards from you and replace them with new ones. So our booth is just behind you. You can do well to visit us and learn more about how you can apply our products. We have offices in Lagos and Abuja. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much, Urban Root. Still on product presentation before we have an interactive session with Actor Muiwauki Ukumat.
We're happy to be a part of the 15th edition. We're happy to be partners with the architects in Lagos. So I'm representing Comat Nigeria Limited. We're partners with First Rock International Limited. First Rock is a company is a worldwide the chemical specialty leaders worldwide with over 85 years experience. We have 25 manufacturing plants and in over 70 countries. Okay, so what First Work is we're into construction chemicals. We're not only into construction chemicals, we offer constructive solution to any issues you have in construction. Okay. So First Work is also dedicated to the development of innovative new products. We have R&D technological centers in Dubai, UK, Saudi, and India. Our product range includes admixtures, the coating, concrete repair, corrosion control. We have flooring, industrial flooring for hospitals, for industries. We have adhesive, that's your gum, your tire glue. We also have grouts and anchors, joint sealants, waterproofing chemicals, and surface treatment. Okay. Can we go to the next one? Can you go to the next slide? Sorry. All right. So we'd like to start with the flooring types we have. We have epoxies, the coating, self-leveling, and the screed. We'll also have PU, the polyurethane, your coating for your water retaining structures, for your drainage tanks. We have self-leveling for your flooring. We also have the screed. So I will give an example. So Nitofloor FC150, it's a 3-component epoxy flooring. It's high build, it's solvent free. It can be used in places like your dairies, your soft drink production facilities, your chemical manufacturing plants, the car parks workshop. It's very easy to apply. The drying time is also very fast. It has excellent chemical and abrasion resistance. It's also durable. It has low maintenance costs and it comes in various colors. This is also part of the epoxy range. This is a self-leveling range. We have Nitofloor SL1000, SL2000, 3000, and 4000. So it's suitable for plant rooms, for laboratories, industrial areas. The advantages is one, it's self-smoothing. It has fast application, seamless use. It's hygienic. It's also has an excellent chemical resistance with various colors for bacteria. So this is a picture of the application of SL 1000. So this is a TF 5000 epoxy screed. We usually use this one for where you anticipate heavy traffic, like your heavy engineering plants and steel rooms, your electrical substations and battery rooms. It has a thickness of 5 mm to 12 mm. It's highly chemical and abrasion resistance. It has a good high strength, higher than concrete. It's durable. It's ideal for heavy, medium industrial areas, and it has a long service life. These are some of the advantages you have when you use TF 5000. So these are images of the application for TF 5000. So as this is a really long one. Okay, so I'll just give a summary because it seems like rather than going through all the products we have, there are also the grouts. We have lock fix, DURO, that's an anchor and grout. It's used to anchor steel into concrete. It's really, how would I put it, durable. And there are also other products we have, like the waterproofing chemicals for. We have brush-borne TGP, brush-borne FLX. Brush-borne TGP is cementitious based. We have brush-borne FLX, also cementitious based. We have all the chemicals like Degard. They're very useful for waterproofing your roof deck, your wet areas, etc. And then we have a sealant. Sealants are world-renowned, like the Nitroflex 600, Copper 200. These are very good products for sealing your joints. They are very flexible. They also accommodate changes in the size of the joints. They have the ability to exclude water and prevent heat loss from the building. So these are some of the ranges we have in our sealant ranges: MS60, MX100, 300, and 600. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Komat, for your presentation. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Lagos State Architects Forum. And we are talking about Lagos resilience and climate adaptation. We're pleased to have in our midst the presence of our very own Baba, the past president NIE, the past president African Union of Architects. Please put your hands together as I recognize the presence of architect Charles Majoro, FNIA. Our very own Baba. Thank you so much. You know, by his cap, we know them. You're welcome, sir. Also in our midst, ladies and gentlemen, we have the Dean, Postgraduate Studies, Caleb University, Architect Professor Dari Abel, FNIA.
Would also like to recognize in our midst, all the way from Niger and Abuja, our Chair, Student Affairs, NIA Architect John Bauer. You're welcome, sir. Would also like to recognize Architect Danjuma Ageni, General Secretary, Kaduna State Chapter, all the way from Kaduna. You're welcome, sir. So we're going to move very quickly to the first set of interactive sessions, and we're going to all have the opportunity to interact directly with the president of the RIBA. To coordinate this, and our host for today, Architect David Majeko Dume, to please come up to the stage. Would also like to invite the chairman of session, Architect Bolaji Sholadoye, FNIA. And then keep clapping, keep clapping. Thank you. Then please, a warm round of applause as he keeps coming up the stage. Our guest for today, Architect Muyiwa Oki, President, RIBA. You guys don't understand what the hype is to also have the president of the RIBA here in Nigeria. And he's also a Nigerian. Me, I'm proud though. I know about you, but I'm super proud.
Good morning, everyone. Duly recognize our father, Architect Charles Major, FNI, PPNIA, past president of the Commonwealth Association of Architects, and I think past president of AUA, but a member of Commonwealth bodies of architects. The fellows in the house, most especially Architect Abimbola Ajayi, Architect Biola Fayemi, our female celebrity architect for this year, Laf 15. The professors in the house, Professor Kedele, Professor Fakolade, Professor Alabi, Professor Abel, and our guest from Kaduna, Danjuma, and Chairman Student Affairs, John Bauer, you're all welcome. And most especially the student. Now, this session is actually for you. Feel free, be bold to talk. Every disappointment is a blessing. The speaker that we're meant to have today, put a call to him. I mean, he sent everything. Put a call to him and to tell me that the governor is sending somewhere. So while we're waiting for his palm sec, whom he said is going to send, we don't want to be waiting, wasting time. And like I said, you see, we have the opportunity to have the president theme for this year's Laf. I need one of the students to come out here. Just come out. Tell us the theme and what you understand. Be bold. Even if you don't know, just, one of the students volunteers. Or should I call you? One of you should come out. Just tell us about the theme. Just what you understand. You were here yesterday. You were here day before yesterday. Or should I use my power to just say, excuse me, come over here?
There's a volunteer.
Yeah, come out, please. Round of applause. Your name, your school.
My name is Okubade Jogboluaga. I'm from Anchor University, Ayobo. The theme of this Laf 15.0 Lagos State Architects Forum is Lagos resilience and climate adaptation. So what I understand about this theme is that how Lagos is able to adapt with the changing times and with the climate also, how we can build or how we can create buildings that will help to make Lagos resilient against the climatic factors that we're currently facing. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Round of applause for her, please. So I'll hand over to the chairman of the session, and it's going to invite people. Just whatever question you feel, but not personal, no private life questions, please. Architect Bolaji.
Thank you very much, Chairman. First of all, I'd like to say that I'm greatly honored to be the chairman of this session with our very august visitor, the president of RIBA, Muiwa Oki. You are welcome once again, and we are very proud of you. I had been rehearsing, thinking what was going to be my role. So when I came the first day, I observed how the chairman of session was performing. I observed how people dressed because I consider myself unqualified among the very distinguished people in our midst. So being able to observe, I saw that he was in Agbada the first day, and so was the chairman. So I said, okay, I'm going to come in Agbada. Then yesterday I saw that he was in suit. I said, what is going on? So I planned that, okay, I'm going to come in suit. But I now noticed that the officials that have put together this wonderful event, they have come out with a different attire. You know, you can't just beat the architects or put your hands together for yourselves. And it is interesting that this Lagos Architects Forum, the way it is called is laugh. So I want to believe that we will always have reasons to laugh as we respond to our environment positively and promptly. The theme for this year is so succinct, and we shouldn't miss the point. And I'm so happy that I was part of it. I was listening to the various speakers, experts in their various fields, and the things that they have shared. And the real takeaway is that we are able to go back and be ambassadors for the change that we desire to see. So having said that, I'm going to be calling on for questions from the audience. You make it brief and to the point, you introduce yourself, and then you can, fortunately, the expert is here to take on all the questions, and I'm ably supported by distinguished people in the assembly. So questions, please. Please, can we have somebody give the microphone to?
Please, you come out, mention your name, your discipline, whether you're a student, and if you're a student, your school, please.
Good morning, everybody, my colleagues and my daddies and mommies in the profession. My name is Fanny Okoyemi. I finished from Joseph Ayobo University, my MSc and my BSc. So my question today is simple. I want to know how to get more involved in the profession, because since I finished my master's 2021, I've been looking for jobs from different companies. I've been working, but I just find it like I'm not being motivated to as much as I want to be motivated, and I don't feel like I'm being fulfilled in that sense. I try to meet with different people and different architects that I feel like should be my mentors, but I'm still not getting that vibe that I want to get. So my question is, how can someone be of help to me, like be a mentor to me personally? I want to be mentored, like I want to learn, even if it's without pay. So that's just my, thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much. Meanwhile, will tell us from the perspective of the British architects, they now contribute on this side.
Yeah, all right. Thank you so much for that question. Just to introduce myself again, for those who don't know, my name is Muiwa Oki. I'm the president of the Royal Institute of British Architects, as has been said. Also, I'm an architect. I work at a construction consultancy group called Mace Limited. And throughout my years, I'm going to start talking from my personal perspective and then try to answer the question in general. So in the British system, you have 2 or 3 different parts break down into your architect that transitions from your architectural education into architecture life. And it goes from part 1, which is your undergraduate degree, then your master's degree, part 2, which is 2 years. And then in between those those two degrees, you have work experience. Work experience is more of a paid role. And then after that, you do a part three professional qualification that transitions you from an architecture student or architecture trainee or graduate into a fully fledged architect, so that you can sit exams to go into the register. And it's been going in the UK context for over 50 years. And now that we're here, we are now considering changing, updating it, because it's a 50-year-old program, it's a 50-year-old structure. And coming into office, I've been challenging the status quo and asking how we can make it flexible. Because, as been said by many people already, the price or the cost associated with education, those 5 years in university, are increasing every year. So we need to find a way to make it more worthwhile, quicker to get into and work, as well as how you could do training on the job and get your degree. So in the UK, we are challenging the status quo. We are bringing apprenticeships into the system, and we're making work and study models that help you get onto the job ladder before you actually formally graduate. So that's a challenge that we are facing in the UK. And to answer the question directly, I think we do need to look at these flexible routes where you can train with a particular architectural practice, as well as get your qualification and your degrees, so that you don't have the cliff edge that you're describing just now. So that when you graduate, you know that there is a job out there waiting for you. So you don't have to feel like you're waiting, or it feels like you don't have mentors. But to answer your question directly, you also have to understand answer the question about what are you going to be giving your mentors, because it's not a one-way direction traffic. You need to understand what purpose or what role will I fulfill for this mentor, and how would I help them, as well as how will they help me. So you need to think about it as a two-way dialogue. And if you do that, it means that more people will be willing and appreciative of lending their time to be your mentor. I'll leave it at that.
Thank you, Muiwa. Yes, to answer your question again, fine, due to the global recession or due to the economic situation, a lot of the farms they're not as vibrant as it was in the last maybe 2 decades or in the last 3 decades. But you see, the benefit you're doing for yourself, it's coming to Laf. And I believe maybe this is your first time of coming to Laf, and if not, maybe it's the second time. Now, you tend to meet a lot of older architects, and you tend to see even their work, because for every Laf, apart from the exhibition ground, we have a big screen there, which we have at least almost about 10 different firms, which you can see their past work. And that alone can influence you. And then it's only when you come to the kinds of Laf that you meet some architect and you're free to approach. And that's where it starts from. But don't think that, you call them or you just bump into their office. But the essence of creating this forum is for you to be here so that you can meet, the older architect or some aspiring, even your lecturers are here too. So that answer your question, that yes, you look at yourself, who can you take as a mentor? Yes, fine when you're here, even when you meet one, that's how you get to know many architects. And thanks to all these, the websites, the Google, when you know, I get a lot of calls from students and also from maybe about minimum of 6 students that I absorb every year for internship. And most of them either meet me at LAF. So please feel encouraged. Whenever there is any activities by NIA, do attend. Sometimes even the chapter or the branch meetings, which is just once in a month. So that will help you. So any other question? I think recognize the Permanent Secretary of Ministry of Environment, Engineer Adigbite, who is representing one of our speakers. You're welcome, sir. So this interactive section is in 2 phases. We'll have this for 1 hour, and after that, we invite our speaker for today, ably represented by his permanent secretary, then we'll come back. So question, please, let's first bracket. Yes, architect John Bauer, Chairman, Student Affairs. Yeah.
Thank you so very much. My name is architect Dr. John Bauer. I'm the chair of Student Affairs Committee. Thank you so very much for honoring LAF and honoring the NIA. We're so excited at your emergence as the president of RIBA. And for us, it's our collective joy. And that is why some of us are here. However, I want to ask this question on behalf of our students here in Nigeria. I'm so glad that in response to your first question, you began to talk about updating some of your rules. While you consider that, would you please consider the possibility of some exchange programs, exchange of ideas between students in the UK under RIBA and the students under the NIA? We are hoping that very soon, as you settle in, we would want to have a lot of collaborative programs, exchange of ideas. We're again trying to rediscover ourselves in Nigeria through what is now becoming so in vogue, the Afrocentric architecture, defining our own architecture again. It used to be there, we still have it in our landscape, but somehow, foreign architecture seems to take over our space, but we are rediscovering ourselves. So we have something to offer even to young architects, students in the UK. So would you create such opportunities where our students can interact with students over there and exchange ideas, and even with you and some other persons? Can we have interviews? Can we be motivated by you and some of your contemporaries within the next few months? Can we begin to have such collaboration with our students? Thank you.
Thank you for that question. It's pretty long, so I'm gonna try to break it down as best as I can. 2 things, while you were asking the question, I had 2 things in mind. The first was the memorandum of understanding that the RIBA and NIA are working together to sign and agree, and that agreement, once signed, will touch on some of the ideas that you were talking about just now. Secondly, I'd like to draw your attention to the Commonwealth Association of Architects. And I know some people here have been engaged with the Commonwealth Association of Architects. Just recently, last year, July, about a year ago, we signed, or the CAA signed a knowledge sharing agreement. And I'm